Peace, guys. Welcome back to ZENSFXHUB. And in this video, I'm going to talk about how I got funded 100K and then breached my account after only having it for a few months. I know, shut up, okay? So listen, it felt amazing, right? Because this was a goal that I set out for myself back in 2023. I remember in my notebook, I write down all my goals and I put that I was going to get funded 100,000, and with that 100K account, I was going to get consistent payouts, right? And I made it happen. I remember, going shopping, right? When I got my first payout, I remember, giving some money to my moms and shit. And then I went shopping, got some stuff that I needed, that I wanted. I took a vacation to Nevada, right? I bought my Breezy Bowl tickets. Right? It just felt so good. Like every time I was swiping my card, I just knew that the things that I was getting was funded by this skill that I put, my life into. So I'm literally on a high at this point, and that high gave me a confidence boost. I was walking around with my head held high, and I took that energy into the markets, right? That confidence. Not saying that having confidence as a trader is wrong or is bad, but you have to be mindful when that confidence kind of turns into like ego, right? And that's what happened, right? And then with that confidence that came from it, I started to put a lot of pressure on myself, right? Because now I'm in a position where, all right, I'm, supporting myself with this skill, right? I'm supporting myself with, this accomplishment that I made. And I was like, okay, I want to use this money to move out. I want to invest. I want to do this and do this. I started to put a lot of pressure on myself. And then that's when things started to go downhill. I started to change, right? And the things I started to do going into the market changed, okay? And this is where it goes from the high and making it to the mistakes that I started to make. And pretty much, right, the first mistake I started to make was forcing trades. Being that, I was making money from the market, I started to force trades that weren't even there, right? Because I'm trying to get, in my mind, I'm like, yo, I gotta get on the charts, place these trades so I can make this money and get these payouts. So I was forcing things that was not there, like trading things that I didn't even trade. And I'm gonna talk about that in a whole nother video, because that shit was insane. So started forcing trades, right? And then, my first payout, right, was a 4-figure payout. It wasn't like, a few $100s like how it was in the past. Like, this was the first time where I actually touched like $3,000 from the market. And it was just like I said, confidence, right? And being that I touched my first 4 figures, I'm like, okay, every payout that I got after that was 4 figures. And I'm like, all right, I'm trying to touch 5 now. So in order for me to touch that 5-figure, in my mind, I'm like, I got to increase my risk. So right off the bat, before I would get in before I would get in on a trade, I would risk like 1 to 2% on the trade, and that was something that I wasn't doing. Like, that was something that I do not do, right? And I increased my risk, so that started to fuck me up, because the more risk that you take on when you get in for a trade, the more money you lose. So that happened. And then the last thing, right? So y'all already know what I'm about to say, right? When you get in for a trade and you lose a lot of money, the next thought that comes to your mind is like, I lost this bread, I'm about to get in for another trade, and I'm gonna increase my risk even more so that I can make back the money I lost and then some. Terrible. Like, I wanted to share this video because I know there's some people out there trying to get funded. I know there's people out there who are funded, and I just wanted to let you guys know this is the stuff that comes with being funded. Like, yeah, like, it's cool or fun and games when you're making money in the market and you're getting these payouts, but the whole point of getting funded is to fund your lifestyle, right? And that could easily go away when you just start fucking up and don't follow your rules. So right now I am back funded 100K. I'm funded with TX3, doing really well on my account. I'm not gonna lie, like, even though during that time I was beating myself up, now looking back at it, it's like I needed to experience what I went through so that I can be aware of these mistakes and not take the same energy into the account that I have now. Like, keep my risk intact, follow my rules, don't revenge trade, and just make it a daily choice to show up to the market, do what I need to do. And if there's no trade for me to place, don't get in. If it's a trade, get in, but make sure I'm risking properly, all right? So I trust this video will help you. I'm gonna start doing more videos like this. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.